I had no aliens knocking, but, you know, I saw stuff where I'd call my crewmates over, Stroetta, you know, what the heck is that? And we'd look, and sometimes it was metallic.
Space, the final frontier, or a stage for some of the creepiest, most mysterious, and downright bizarre events you've ever heard about.
The Mars Curiosity rover has taken a strange image of a crab-like object on the red planet.
From creepy sounds that shouldn't exist to shadowy figures that terrify the mind, today I am heading into 30 spine-chilling moments of space madness, officially recorded and revealed. Let's begin. Number 1. The Black Knight Satellite. Scientists and researchers have noticed a strange object silently orbiting Earth for decades, seemingly out of place in time. That's the mystery of the Black Knight Satellite.
Of those really curious mysteries, and the theory is that this thing is like a sort of silent sentinel in space.
It was first detected in the 1950s, and ever since, this dark, oddly shaped object has fascinated scientists and conspiracy theorists both. It doesn't belong to any country's space program, and its orbit is very unusual, nothing like the predictable paths of human-made satellites. Some scientists believe it's an alien probe that has been monitoring Earth for thousands of years, while NASA insists it's just harmless space debris. But if you've seen the weird photos of this thing, it's hard to shake the feeling that it's something more than a mere chunk of space trash. Number 2. The pale blue dot's creepy reflection. The pale blue dot is one of the most iconic images of Earth, taken by the Voyager 1 spacecraft in 1990. It shows our planet as a tiny, fragile speck floating in the vastness of space. But there's more to the image than what meets the eye. Some people claim they can see faint, shadowy shapes present in the image's reflection. NASA explains these as lens flares caused by sunlight hitting the camera. But still, the idea that something or someone might be watching us as we gaze out into the cosmos.
And you can see it looks like more than a dot, but it is in fact less than a pixel.
Is a little unsettling. I don't know about you, but for me, it's a very terrifying thing to experience, considering that we live on a planet which itself looks nothing more than a particle of dust in the vastness of space. Number 3. The shadow on the moon. The Apollo program, also known as Project Apollo, was the United States human spaceflight program carried out by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which succeeded in preparing and landing the first men on the moon in 1969. During this Apollo 11 mission, some UFO enthusiasts noticed something strange in the footage from the lunar surface, an unexplained shadow that seemed to dart across the moon's surface. While the astronauts filmed their historic landing and moonwalk, the shadow appeared to move quickly and erratically, prompting some to question its origin. NASA has repeatedly explained it as an optical illusion or a trick of light, possibly due to the way the cameras captured shadows in the harsh lunar lighting. But some conspiracy theorists suggest it was an unknown object, maybe a spacecraft, or even something observing the astronaut. While no definitive proof exists, the shadow remains one of the mysterious moments that fuels endless theories about hidden encounters on the moon. Number 4. The Space Jellyfish Incident. NASA's Curiosity rover took a strange photo in 2014 that some enthusiasts quickly named the Jellyfish Rock, due to its creepy resemblance to a marine creature floating in space. The odd formation looked like the bell of a jellyfish, with tendrils streaming behind it. However, NASA explained the shape as a natural rock formation, likely sculpted by Martian winds and erosion, while scientists dismissed it as pareidolia, which is our tendency to see familiar shapes in random pattern. They still couldn't keep curious people from imagining creepy stuff about it. Most of the people couldn't help but wonder if this was a sign of life, or just one of those eerie coincidences in space. But whatever it is, the thought of alien life forms floating just beyond our planet is thrilling, as well as a little terrifying. Number 5. The Eerie Mars Fate. Back in 1976, NASA's Viking 1 orbiter snapped an image of Mars that caused a sensation. The photo showed what looked like a giant human face staring up from the planet's surface. 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, as clear as day. People speculated it was a monument built by ancient Martians. NASA later captured higher resolution images of the same area and said it was just a naturally shaped mesa with shadows playing trick. But the original image is still haunting and makes you wonder if we really know everything about the red planet. Number 6. The Vanishing Stars. Stars are meant to shine for billions of years, but in 2015, astronomers noticed something truly bizarre. A star in the NGC 6946 galaxy galaxy disappeared just like that. Normally, a star's death is marked by a massive explosion, called a supernova. But in this case, there was no explosion, no debris, nothing. Some think it was swallowed by a black hole, while others suggest something even weirder, like alien megastructures blocking the light. Whatever the cause is, the idea of stars quietly vanishing into the void is quite unsettling, I must say. Number 7. The creepy space music. When Apollo 10 astronauts orbited the far side of the moon in 1969, they encountered something deeply strange. For about an hour as their spacecraft passed through the moon's radio shadow, completely cut off from Earth, they heard strange, creepy whistling sounds in their headsets. The crew described it as outer spacey music, a high-pitched haunting noise unlike anything they'd experienced before. NASA later explained that the sounds were likely caused by radio interference between the spacecraft's VHF radios. While this explanation seems logical, it doesn't make the story any less scary. Imagine being alone in the vastness of space, surrounded by complete silence, only to hear ghostly sounds echoing in your ears. Even the astronauts admitted it was terrifying. The audio recordings of these sounds were kept classified for years, adding fuel to conspiracy theories about alien life. Whether it was just a technical glitch or something more mysterious, the space music is one of the most chilling encounters documented during the Apollo mission. Number 8. The Martian Crab Mystery. In 2015, NASA's Curiosity rover photographed a strange rock formation on Mars that looked like a giant crab clinging to the side of a cliff. This mysterious and skinny shape started a bunch of speculation, with some people claiming it was an alien creature or fossilized evidence of Martian life. However, scientists claimed that it was just an optical illusion. While the rational explanation makes sense, the Martian crab triggered our collective imagination, adding a spooky twist to the already mysterious landscape of the red planet. After all, what's scarier than the thought of alien life forms hiding in plain sight? Number 9. The ISS Visitor. In 2020, space lovers were glued to NASA's live feed from the International Space Station, ISS, when they were treated to a brief but baffling sight. A triangular object appeared near the station, hovering in the darkness of space. It wasn't just the shape of the object that was strange. It also seemed to move deliberately, as if under control. Before anyone could get a closer look, the live feed abruptly cut out. NASA later explained that the object was ice particles or a lens flare caused by light reflecting off the ISS. However, the sudden timing of the feed cut made many viewers suspicious. For many people, it was evidence of an alien craft visiting the ISS, with NASA trying the best to hide the footage. While the truth remains unknown, the incident left many people wondering what's really out there and whether NASA knows more than they're letting on. The triangular shape of the object also sparked comparisons to the so-called TR-3B, which is a rumored secret spacecraft linked to UFO sightings on Earth. This might be a coincidence, but it's enough to send shivers down your spine. Number 10. The Mars Spider Mystery. Mars has always been a source of fascination and mystery, but some of the planet's strangest features are enough to make your skin crawl, literally. Known as spiders, these black spindly formations look like giant spiders stretching across the Martian surface. The formations were first observed by NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter in regions near the planet's south pole. Thankfully, they're not actual spiders. Scientists have identified them as geological features caused by carbon dioxide trapped under the surface. When the frozen gas warms up during the Martian spring, it bursts through the soil, creating these creepy web-like patterns. While this explanation makes sense, the visual resemblance to spiders is horrific. Some of the formations stretch for hundreds of meters, and their clustered appearance makes it easy to imagine a Martian infestation. Even knowing they're harmless, the thought of walking across a landscape filled with these spider-like formations is enough to give anyone nightmare. Think again before you decide to join the group of people who want to inhabit Mars. Number 11. The glow around Earth. In 2020, astronauts at the International Space Station captured a stunning yet bizarre sight. A vivid green glow surrounding Earth. Known as air glow, this phenomenon occurs when atoms in the upper atmosphere absorb sunlight and then release it as faint light. From space, the green glow wraps around our planet like a ghostly aura, making Earth look more like an alien world than our familiar home. While scientists have studied air glow for years, this particular instance was unusually vivid, almost like the Earth itself was glowing in the dark. The images show shimmering green waves stretching across the horizon, creating a surreal, alienated effect. For a lot of people, The sight is both beautiful and haunting, and a reminder of the thin layer of atmosphere that protects life on Earth from the cold, empty void of space. While it's a natural phenomenon, seeing our planet enveloped in a glowing green mist feels like something straight out of fiction. Number 12. The Mysterious Lunar Hut. In late 2021, the Chinese Yutu-2 rover sent back a haunting image from the moon of a strange cube-shaped object sitting alone on the horizon. Scientists named it the Mystery Hut, and the image quickly went viral. People started wondering if it was a structure built by an advanced civilization or remains of an ancient lunar experiment. The suspense was real, especially since it took weeks for the rover to get close enough to investigate. As it approached, the so-called hut turned out to be nothing more than a peculiar rock formation. Yet, the haunting stillness of the lunar landscape made it easy to let people's imaginations run wild. Number 13. The Cosmic Eye in Space. The Helix Nebula, captured by NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, is a jaw-dropping sight in itself. With its bright core and layers of colorful gas, it looks like a giant, unblinking eye staring into the abyss of space. Nicknamed as the Eye of God, this nebula is the result of a dying star shedding its outer layers. But despite its scientific explanation, there's something strange about its shape and sheer scale. I mean, just think about it for a moment. Far up in the night sky, an eye that is thousands of light years away from you might be watching you. It's enough to make anyone feel tiny and exposed to the huge universe. Number 14. The ISS Cigar Shaped UFO. During a live ISS feed in 2018, a mysterious object floated into view. It was long, smooth, and cigar-shaped. Its movement seemed deliberate, not chaotic like space debris. For days, the internet was filled with theory. People thought it to be an alien aircraft because its shape had a striking resemblance to Oumuamua, which was the first interstellar object ever detected in our solar system, and it had baffled scientists with its unusual property. NASA turned down the rumors, suggesting that it was just debris, but people weren't convinced. So, the footage now remains a chilling reminder that not everything in space has an easy explanation. Number 15. The Death Spiral of a Star. In a scene which was equally beautiful yet mysterious, NASA's telescopes captured the horrifying demise of a star being consumed by a black hole. Scientists call this event the tidal disruption event. It began with the star being stretched into a glowing thread as it spiraled toward its end.
This event, called Assassin 19BT for the All-Sky Automated Survey for Supernovae,
the black hole's immense gravity tore the star apart piece by piece, creating a light show that could be seen from billions of light years away. It's a cosmic spectacle of unimaginable violence, and witnessing it even from far away gives you a sense of the raw, terrifying power of the universe. Number 16. The plasma tubes above Earth. There is no doubt that Earth's upper atmosphere is home to some bizarre phenomena, but NASA's discovery of glowing tube-like plasma structures might take the cake. These enormous formations are invisible to the naked eye, but they were detected with specialized instruments. They appear to shift and roll as if they are alive, following Earth's magnetic field line. While they're a natural result of interactions between the solar wind and our planet's magnetosphere, their ghostly appearance and vast size make them feel like cosmic phantoms hovering above us. Number 17. The ghost particles in Antarctica. Buried deep in the ice of Antarctica, NASA's detectors found a chilling cosmic phenomenon called neutrinos, also known as ghost particles. These particles are nearly massless and can travel through entire planets without interacting with matter, making them incredibly elusive.
Digital optical modules, also known as DOMs, are strings of golden globes buried in ice that the IceCube Observatory puts into use to identify neutrinos as they travel through Earth.
They originate from some of the most violent events in the universe, like exploding stars or black hole collision. The discovery of these particles isn't just a scientific breakthrough, it's also a haunting realization of the fact that invisible streams of energy from faraway areas of space are passing through you right now. This did give me some goosebumps. Number 18. The Moon's Hollow Sound. During the Apollo missions, astronauts conducted seismic experiments by crashing lunar modules into the Moon's surface. What they found out was astonishing. The Moon rang for hours like a giant bell. This crazy phenomenon raised eyebrows, with some people suggesting the Moon might be hollow, or even an artificial structure. While NASA links the ringing to the Moon's unique composition,
the Moon basically resonated, and to put it the way NASA put it, it rang like a bell.
The idea of an artificial moon is hard to shake. Who knows? Maybe the Moon was actually placed there by an ancient civilization. Anyway, The hollow moon theory remains one of the most mind-blowing mysteries in space exploration. Number 19. The bright lights of Siri. When NASA's Dawn spacecraft approached the dwarf planet Ceres, it detected strange, reflective patches on its surface. Located in a massive crater, these bright lights seemed to shine unnaturally, almost like they were signaling into the void.
Over the course of Dawn's mission, these thrusters provided a velocity change of 11.5 kilometers a second.
Early theories ranged from ice to alien cities, and while scientists eventually concluded that the lights were salt deposits, their placement and intensity remained captivating. Imagine standing on Ceres and seeing these glowing patches against the pitch-black backdrop of space. It's as breathtaking as it is scary. Number 20. The Facehugger Nebula. One of the creepiest images NASA has ever captured is the nebula that resembles the Alien franchise's infamous Facehugger. Known as the N44 Nebula, this vast gas cloud is located in the Large Magellanic Cloud, which is a satellite galaxy of our Milky Way. It was observed using NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory. The nebula appears as if it is aggressively reaching out with its claw-like structures formed by the interplay of gas, dust, and intense cosmic forces. Its shape is both a natural formation and a nightmarish mimicry of the predatory alien from the movies.
Contributing here, neither one seems to be the ultimate solution. One is that the winds of stars inside the void, which include high energy, high speed.
But what really makes this cosmic creation disturbing is its size. It spans over several thousand light years. This nebula represents a cosmic death trap, a cradle of star formation, but also a graveyard for dying stars. Seeing it in the dark expanse of space can't help but evoke feelings of vulnerability, as if there's something wandering, waiting to trap us in its cold, dark web. Number 21. Strange signals from Proxima Centauri. In 2020, astronomers listening intently to Proxima Centauri, our closest neighboring star, received a series of strange, high-frequency radio signals. These signals were unlike typical space noise and appeared to have a pattern and structure, which some speculated could be a sign of intelligent alien life. The idea that something or someone might be attempting to communicate from such a close star system is enough to keep anyone up at night. Proxima Centauri is located just over 4 light-years away,
which appeared during 2.5 hours of observation, but only when the telescope was pointing towards Proxima Centauri,
and is known to host at least one potentially habitable planet, Proxima b, in its orbit. Maybe the signals are coming from there. The nature of these signals has left scientists puzzled, with some suggesting they could be the result of natural phenomena, while others state there is a possibility that they are intentional communications. The thought that extraterrestrial life may be closer than we think is thrilling, yet terrifying. If these signals are indeed a message, what they are trying to tell us is still not known. Number 22. The chilling cosmic cold spot. In the vast universe, there's a region known as the cold spot, and its existence has puzzled scientists since its discovery. This area was spotted in the cosmic microwave background radiation, and is much colder than the surrounding space, which is a difference too significant to ignore. Some astronomers suggest it's a massive supervoid, an unimaginably large region of space containing very little matter. Others have more mind-blowing ideas, like the cold spot might be evidence of parallel universes brushing up against our own. If that's true, it means we might not be as alone as we think, or our universe might not be the only one. And the thought of a cosmic void or a neighboring universe whispering through space itself is mesmerizing enough. Number 23. The Burning Snowball Mystery. Comets are often nicknamed dirty snowballs because they're mostly made of ice and dust. But in 1996, Comet Hyakutake turned that nickname on its head. As it passed close to Earth, NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory recorded something strange. This icy traveler was emitting a powerful X-ray glow. This was totally unexpected, because why would a cold, icy comet emit the kind of energy usually associated with stars or black holes?
You can't tell that very well, I know, but I wanted to record this for you because you'll never see it again, neither will I. Your children will probably never see it, and your grandchildren will probably never see it because...
Scientists speculate that solar wind might have interacted with the comet's gas, producing the intense glow. However, the visuals captured by NASA were nothing short of wild. The comet appeared to burn with an invisible fire, glowing in ways that defied its icy nature. It was like watching an icy phantom with a fiery core glide across the cosmos. Even with all the scientific explanations, the mysterious image of a burning snowball remains one of space's strangest visual phenomena. Number 24. the black hole, Belch. In 2021, NASA's Hubble telescope captured a rare event, a black hole emitting out material years after devouring a star. Normally, black holes are known for consuming anything that comes near them, but this footage showed bursts of matter being ejected at high speed, creating strange glowing clouds in space.
Some is accelerated outwards along a pair of polar paths, forming counterposed jets.
Scientists believe the black hole had a delayed reaction, releasing some of the consumed material as jets of energy. While it's fascinating, the idea of a black hole spitting out remnants of its meals adds a sinister touch to these cosmic monsters. Number 25, the space snake phenomenon. Some astronauts were floating in the vast silence of space when something strange suddenly slithered into their view. Astronauts on the International Space Station have reported sightings of what they described as space snakes moving outside. One particularly famous account came from a former NASA engineer who captured footage of a long, twisting object undulating in the vacuum of space. NASA explained these sightings as a space debris or reflections, but the behavior of the object is a slow, fluid movement that didn't seem mechanical or random. It looked alive. Some theorists suggested it could be a type of space phenomenon we don't yet understand, like a plasma entity or a biological organism adapted to survive in the void. While NASA has dismissed the idea of extraterrestrial space snakes, the footage and first-hand accounts continue to haunt imagination. Number 26. Titan's methane seed. Saturn's moon, Titan, is often said to be one of the most Earth-like worlds in the solar system, but don't pack your bags just yet. In 2004, NASA's Cassini spacecraft made a groundbreaking discovery. Titan is covered in massive seeds. However, these aren't oceans of water. They're made of liquid methane and ethane, chemicals that are toxic and flammable by Earth standards. The footage captured by Cassini showed a world bathed in a hazy orange glow, with dark, rippling seas stretching into the horizon. This alien world's resemblance to Earth is strange.
Which were later confirmed to be lakes by the infrared camera, when sunlight reflected off the lake and into Cassini's view. A bit like what you sometimes see of Earth from space.
Almost like a distorted, apocalyptic version of our own planet. What's even creepier is that these methane lakes are thought to experience rainstorms, creating an entire weather cycle of liquid hydrocarbons. The idea of a world where everything is orange, the lakes are poisonous, and the rain is flammable feels like it belongs in a dystopian nightmare. And yet, this bizarre place is real, floating in the vastness of space, waiting for future explorers to embrace its toxic seas. Number 27. The Spider of Mercury. When NASA's Messenger spacecraft mapped the surface of Mercury, it uncovered a hauntingly strange feature. It was a structure that looked like a giant, cosmic spider, named Pantheon Fossae. This structure consists of hundreds of narrow valleys radiating outward from a central point.
This weirdly symmetrical spider is 143 miles across, dominating an entire region of Mercury's surface.
The resemblance to a spider with its legs splayed across Mercury's surface is kinda disturbing. Scientists theorize that the feature was caused by volcanic activity and tectonic shifts, but the visual resemblance to a spider is hard to ignore. Seeing this creepy formation on the closest planet to the Sun makes you wonder what other eerie surprises Mercury has hidden in its scorching terrain. Number 28. The Cosmic Hand. In 2009, NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory captured an image of a structure resembling a giant hand reaching across the cosmos. Officially named PSR B158, this structure is actually the remains of a star that exploded in a supernova, leaving behind a pulsar emitting intense X-rays.
Pulsars are rapidly spinning neutron stars that are created when massive stars run out of fuel and collapse.
The hand is made up of energized particles interacting with magnetic fields, but its human-like shape is haunting. The fingers seem to reach toward distant galaxies, almost as if the universe itself is alive. It's both breathtaking and a little too human for comfort. Number 29. The strange blue blobs in space. In 2020, NASA's Hubble telescope discovered mysterious glowing blue objects drifting through space. Scientists named them blue blobs. These objects turned out to be isolated young stars, formed without the typical galaxy structure around them. The glowing orbs seem to float alone, like cosmic ghosts haunting the void. What's interesting is how these stars ended up stranded in the middle of nowhere. Some scientists believe they were ejected from galaxies, while others speculate they formed in isolation. Whatever their origin, these blue blobs make the dark emptiness of space feel even more mysterious. That's all about today, guys. Space is full of wonders and mysteries that keep us amazed. Each discovery shows how vast and strange the universe truly is, reminding us there's so much more to explore. Terrifying or not, it's what makes the journey exciting. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.